Hi, I'm Jimmy. Welcome to another episode of my Hitman Absolution Let's Play. Today we are going through Attack of the Saints, which is where Travis from the ICA sends a group of armed mercenaries to try and have us killed, led by a group of latex-wearing nuns known as the Saints. Sort of parallels the mission in Berlin in World of Assassination, where there are a group of, highly trained agents coming to take us out. Only in this mission, they are dressed as sexy nuns, because that's just how Absolution is. But this is a fun level. This is a really good level, and it's one of the high points of the game.
Okay, listen up.
Trying to sneak around past heavily armed guards and
survivors,
outsmart and take down these Saints.
Not exactly deep blue hero stuff, I know.
So yeah, I was just sneaking down here to grab a brick, just so I have something to throw and to use as a distraction. The checkpoint, I think it's there just so you can grab it like early on, so you don't have to replay the beginning of the level. But it's better to wait a little while to grab the checkpoint after you've got a disguise and after you've taken out one of the targets.
Huh? Man, thought I heard something. Checking it out. Over.
Yeah, the weird thing about using checkpoints in this game is it doesn't save your progress really. Like the NPCs all, if you start from a checkpoint, the NPCs all revert back to their initial start locations, and any NPCs you've knocked out, even if you hide their bodies, like they'll be back up and walking around. But if you've taken a disguise, you'll still have your disguise, and any targets you've eliminated will still be dead when you load from a checkpoint. So I prefer to load from the checkpoint after I've grabbed a disguise and after I've taken out the first of the Saints here. And this is just a really easy garrote kill. This is another thing I noticed, especially because I'm doing a fiber wire run in World of Assassination, but one thing Absolution has in common with the earlier games is you always, or there's like one or two levels that are exceptions to this, but you basically always have the fiber wire on you. It's never a choice of, oh, do I bring the fiber wire or do I bring something else? That's something they changed in World of Assassination. It's one of the weirder changes, because it does sort of reveal how useless the fiber wire is as a weapon. It's just not very good in either Absolution or World of Assassination. But at least in Absolution, I'm not like giving up a valuable gear slot that could be holding something like a silenced pistol or a dart gun or something else. Of course, that's just because in Absolution there's really no inventory system. You don't decide what your loadout is going to a mission. You're just given a loadout at the beginning of each level, and your inventory just is whatever you can find on the mission. Yeah, there's a lot of they're being very thorough in their hunt for Agent 47, and they're just basically gunning down anyone they can get their hands on, no matter how harmless or non-threatening they may seem, which I think just serves to show how ruthless they are, but also it does sort of make them look incompetent, basically. Like, do you really think did the guards really think the blonde woman unconscious on the floor was secretly Agent 47 in a wig or something? Like, I guess it's they're just trying to stop,
Don't I know
witnesses
from the academy?
But yeah, it just makes them, compared to Agent 47's MO, it makes them look sloppy, and it makes you wonder, like, how are we working for the same organization? Like, I have to be very stealthy and very sneaky, and you just get to run in here with automatic weapons and murder the entire hotel and everyone who works here. Yeah, it was similar in Berlin, though. You know, I mean, at least in Berlin, they weren't as brute force like this, but in Berlin as well, they were emphasizing that Agent 47 is just better than them. But at least, yeah. I don't know. Here, it's very obvious that your opponents are just thugs, whereas in Berlin, they tried to make it feel like you were going up against other trained assassins. So I'm waiting until no one is looking at me so I can pick the lock and move on to the next section. And that was just the body being found that was poisoned. One nice thing about this game, you never have to worry about bodies found. It doesn't ruin Silent Assassin, so.
What do you mean, no reply? Raise them again.
Yes, ma'am. Calling Saint.
I'm going to throw an item to make a distraction to lure the guard over here. There was one time when I was playing this mission when I managed to get the Saint to respond to a distraction, but I wasn't able to reproduce that, so since I wasn't able to get the Saint to come over the first time, I'm just going to knock this guy out, and I will get the Saint when she comes back around. Which involves a bit of waiting, but it's worth it. This is a very safe and easy kill. Oh yeah, the other thing I sort of forgot to mention, but the poison I actually grabbed for her was a rat poison. But in this game, rat poison is lethal. It was just sort of interesting noticing that after, you know, being used to the mechanics of World of Assassination, sort of expecting rat poisons to be a medic. And here they're not. Here they're just lethal. But this game doesn't really have an emetic poisoning mechanic. It was new in the World of Assassination games. So there, that's our third Saint eliminated. But yeah, this part of the game is definitely one of the better sections. Like I said, starting with the Death Factory through this level, you get 3 levels in a row. All have at least one target, and they have some interesting gameplay and some interesting and unique opportunities. So, in this section of the game, it sort of feels like a Hitman game, and it's a bummer that more of the game couldn't be like this. I'm just waiting for an opportunity. I was waiting to see if anyone was going to come, and I waited and no one came, and I thought I was safe, but then right as I threw the bottle to make a distraction, this guy shows up. And there, that's the third NPC. I think that was the hotel receptionist. But that was the third NPC we see gunned down in cold blood. Luckily, the guard walks away, and I'm able to garrote the Saint with no one noticing. And again, don't have to worry about bodies being found. I can just leave her there. Now I just need to make my way towards an exit. Using instinct to sneak past these guards. And I'm just going to hide over here and wait for an opportunity where it's safe to take the exit.
Why is he in that?
Use instinct to sneak past here, but finally there's a moment where it is safe. I can crouch here and lockpick the door. Almost get spotted as I'm leaving, but just managed to make it out in time, so... Here we are. This is the third and final section of the level. And we've got 3 more Saints we need to take down. And this is where we get to the corn maze. And this is... Or cornfield. No, it's not a maze. But yeah, this is a fun section. You can lay low in the corn and move quietly and you won't be seen. This is reminiscent of the cocaine fields in Santa Fortuna. And this is also something that's unique. I mean, this is, they have, you know, foliage and blending in crowds as cover mechanics, which is, in that sense, you know, Hitman 2016 was actually a step backwards mechanically. Like, we don't get those mechanics back until Hitman 2 in 2018. So it's one of the many things that makes this mission fun. So here we get another opportunity to overwrote one of the saints. Go ahead and hide the body. Yeah, I'm trying not to use up too much instinct, trying to save it for when I really need it. Here I'm going to slip into the cornfield, where I can hide and lie in wait. And yeah, walk over to this section of the field. Over here, by the trailer here. Here's where I'm going to wait, and in a moment, yes, there, a saint enters the cornfield.
You think we enjoy this, 47? You're an inspiration to all of us. Surrender, and I promise we'll treat you honorably.
And yeah, she comes in, she spends some time hanging out next to one of the other members of the ICA. But eventually she breaks off from him and wanders deeper into the cornfield. And we take the opportunity to sneak up behind her.
Doesn't have to end like this.
And we can take her out while she's all alone. And there, just one more saint left to go. Using a bit of instinct to sneak past this guy and slip into the cornfield. There. Now I'm just going to wait for this guard to move out of the way. And that was just, yeah, the body just got found of the saint I killed and left in the field. So now they're looking for me, but they're not going to look for me up here. So I should wait here. And soon there will be an opportunity to set up an accident kill. So yeah, you can see on the radar the little crosshair indicates where the target is. And when she comes inside the sort of center ring, when she's just inside it, that's when you want to drop away. So yeah, right about now. Yeah, there. I missed the first shot, but I pull out a second shot and managed to hit the target and get an accident kill. There we go. It's all 7 targets taken out. Silent Assassin. Now I'm just going to wait for things to calm down. Then I can take the exit. And yeah, while I'm waiting, I'm going to hide back here in the cornfield. Here, the guards have all gone back to their normal patrol routes. And to exit the level, we just pick up a phone that's sitting on this blanket. So I'm just going to use my instinct to sneak past these NPCs. And yep, here's the ringing phone. We're going to answer it. That's the end of the mission. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.